Ayo, I'm back, and this video is on blind ignorance. And what I mean by blind ignorance is people being ignorant but not knowing it. Like, they actually think that what they're saying is correct or isn't necessarily wrong. When it is, like, they just truly were raised that way to think that what they're saying is correct. And the reason I'm doing this video is because I was at school the other day and I was in the cafe. It was me and two other guys. One of the guys I knew, he was cool, we hung out before, and the other guy I just know from around school. A whole bunch of people just don't like him because he'll just go up to you and just talk to you about whatever. Well, the guy that nobody likes approached the guy that I know, and they were talking, and out of nowhere the guy that I know started dancing, and the guy that I know was like, oh, I've always wanted to know how to do the booty dance. Although I don't have a booty, I want to know how to do it. Well, the other guy looks over to me now, because I was just sitting there eating, but he looks over to me and he says, oh, well, there was this one actress that was, she played a role in a predominantly black movie, so there was an all-black cast and she had to learn how to dance black. So in my head, first off, what is dancing black? Honestly, I dance black because I'm a black person who dances. That's me dancing black. I know a whole bunch of ballet dancers, jazz dancers, tap dancers that are black, so they dance black. So I didn't know what he meant by dance. Well, I knew what he meant because I know the ignorance of it, and dancing black is like the girls in the videos dancing, shaking their butts and whatever, dancing black. So that was my one red flag, but I just let him talk. I let him continue. I didn't cut him off. And she said she learned how to dance black, and she was doing an interview and she said she just can't stop doing it now. I don't remember the actress. Apparently she's kind of famous or whatever. I think she was in Clueless. But he said that once something's in you, I guess it sticks. So he says to me, so why don't you go ahead and teach him how to do the booty dance? Red flag number two. What makes him think that I know how to do the booty dance? What makes him think that I have rhythm, that I can dance, and that all black people dance the same? See, that's what I mean by blind ignorance. What he was saying he felt was correct, that it wasn't anything offensive in what he was saying, and there was no ignorance in his speech or whatever it was he was trying to say to me, that I should teach somebody how to dance. He should have asked me, well, do you know how to do it? If so, could you teach him? You know, you can teach him if you know how to do it. Instead, he just assumed that I knew because I'm black, and apparently all black people can dance and dance the same. And blind ignorance is just all around me, and I usually just don't pay attention to it. If I see it or I hear it, I turn and walk away. But it has just been slapping me in the face lately. People have been saying things that are just so ignorant, and they think that they are the smartest people in the world, that they are not in the wrong by saying what they're saying, but when in actuality they are. Like, another thing that happened in school, this girl was talking about how she got a ticket or something like that. This girl is basically Natalie from the Bad Girls Club. Talks like her, acts like her, everything. She's Natalie from the Bad Girls Club. She just doesn't have a chin. And she said that the police officer came over and was asking her if she was drinking or anything like that. And she was like, oh, what do I look like? Black. Another ignorant thought. I mean, I know black people say it all the time, because when, in the Bad Girls Club, when Kendra tried to help Natalie, every black person was like, no black person would go up to a police officer, this, that, and the other. Well, I'm not going to say every. A majority of black people that I follow were saying that. And I think I even said that, you know, you don't go up to police officers, she can handle her own thing. But still, it's that ignorance, and that's blind ignorance, because they grew up with it. So it's instilled in them that that is correct. I went to the mall the other day, and I was just chilling in food court talking to a friend, and she said that, and I brought this topic up, and we had this conversation because she was around somebody who just was blindly ignorant to Dominicans. She was Dominican. She is Dominican. And he's saying all these things, and she's like, no, that's not right. That's not what we do, and that's not what we are. I lived in the Dominican Republic. I know what goes on. So all the information that you have might be half right. You just know the bad things. You don't know the good things about it. You don't know everything about Dominicans, but he thought he was so right in everything that he said. Well, not everything. Most of the things that he said were incorrect and also kind of racist and stereotypical, and everybody puts people in a box. And it's just ridiculous how people think that what they're saying is correct, when in all actuality it's just ignorance. Ignorant thinking. And also, I was in on Blog TV one day. I was in somebody's Blog TV, and they were talking about, somebody brought up how somebody said that they loved black people but they're racist towards them, and people were like, I don't understand. So I explained, because of where I live now, I understand it. A few years ago I didn't know, but living here for a while let me know what they meant by, they actually just want to be in the know of what another race does. But in studying them and trying to get to know what they are and what they do, they look at all of the stereotypes. So they just look at the stereotypes. Like, a whole bunch of people just assumed that I could sing. A whole bunch of people assumed that I could dance. And a whole bunch of people assumed that I could play basketball. Like, I'm not a basketball player. I'm a soccer player. I play soccer. I don't believe that I can sing. I don't think that I have the voice to. And for the longest time, I didn't have any rhythm. So for you to stereotype me like that, I was just shocked about it. And people stereotype black people in that way. And I'm not just saying that people are ignorant towards black people. It's not just black people. It's everybody, because black people are ignorant towards white people. They're stereotypical towards white people, because I'm even guilty of this, because I look at some of the white people at school and I'm like, oh, he must be into rock, or he must be in the country. Come to find out, they're not into that stuff. When I say blind ignorance, when I'm talking about blind ignorance, I'm talking about people who take the stereotypes and take it to heart and feel that the stereotypes are those people, or are what that particular group is all about, when it's not. I guess that's basically what I wanted to say. That's what I wanted to touch on. If you have anything to add to this, if you want to, add your little story or your 2 cents, I might make another video about this, a follow-up video if I get enough responses. Please just feel free to leave a comment or whatever, telling me what you think, and share a story or two. So, and if I missed anything that you think was an important point of blind ignorance, then please just feel free to put that down in the comment box and leave a comment. And thank you for watching. I'm out.